This is a street legal car, so that plate frame holder comes off, it's detachable, and it's made for the European plate frame. Because as you know, this car is actually a European model, and it's only here for demonstration purposes. The two circular intakes on the bottom, these came directly from the race car in 1972, so it's also part of design queue that pays tribute to the original car. And back here is the radiator or intercooler. Let's look at the hood. So that's a BMW 50th anniversary emblem. But what's unique about this hood is that the hood is custom made for this car. It is full carbon with these lines. You only see it when you really pay attention to it. These are etched into the carbon, so the whole hood is basically stamped as is. Even here, it is not a separate piece, but it is a full piece that, you know, runs along from the hood down to the fender. So even this fender is one-off and bespoke, and runs the entire body line back here. Because of European regulations, you are required to have this little piece for any bit of the car that sticks out, even for the back over there, as you can see. The 3.0 CSL also has special wheels. So these are the M Performance wheels, but what's different about this one and the other ones that are on sale is that this is center lock. So these center lock wheels were offered on this car first before they were released to other cars like the M2, the M4s these days. And apparently, when you have these wheels, the tool to take the wheels off have to be bought separately. So you can't really take your wheel off even if you want to. You gotta pay to get the tool to take it off. And if you notice on the tire, it says 50 on it. This is kind of like a fuzzy fabric. Feels really nice, pretty velvety. Treadwear 300. These are indeed Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, so you can actually drive this car on the road and not worry about hydroplaning, you know, when it rains or something. It is a driver's car at the end of the day. Back to the fender, we got these little indents. It's part of design queue that, you know, goes back to the 70s car. Down here we have a little piece that's attached to the door, I believe, also to make this fender flow to the back extended fender. Mirror caps came from the other M4s, very muscular, very sleek looking. Turn signals in there. From the side, we got the back window with another 50th anniversary emblem back there. The back wheel has the same design, but the back wheel is 295, 25, 21 inches. And the front wheels are 285, 30, 20 inches. So it's a staggered setup. 20 in the front, 21 in the rear. But it's got super low profile tires. These cars do come with ceramic brakes. It is the only brake that you get on the 3.0 CSL. You don't have a choice to put steel brakes on this. Let's get a closer look at the wheel and the caliper. The fuel cap opens. It does recommend V-Power, so get that instead. But we'll get to the paint line in a second. The back of the car is rather unique. These are BMW laser taillights, and because it's a European car, the blinkers are amber. BMW laser, and these are like the neon strips or laser strips inside. Laser warning symbol, very neat. These badges, 3.0 CSL badges, are just an outline of the numbers. There aren't really badges on this. 50th anniversary emblem with built-in reverse camera. And that's the back of the car. I think I like the back of the car more than the front. What do you think? Spoiler is built in. You can see it raises. Well, that's the latch over here. Open it. That's part of it. From this angle, you can see that the spoiler goes all the way down. This line follows. See it? It goes down here to the body line. Super unique. And you can see the bottom is carbon fiber, but look closely. That's carbon, that's carbon. That's a European delivery plate that we went in 2018 to pick up the M5s. So that's a temporary plate that's gonna go on there for now. Otherwise it looks really weird being empty. Let's look at the exhaust underneath it. These are titanium tips and the titanium muffler. M muffler, there's a logo on it. Another design cue taken from the original race car is this upper spoiler. I don't really know what this is used for, but it probably has something to do with aerodynamics. But it is definitely one part of the original CSL that's like when you see it, you know it's a CSL. It's something special. Let's talk about the stickers. These M stripes, the red, dark blue, and light blue, are not stickers. These are actually painted onto the car. I don't know how they did it, but it's done really well. This is a part of the car. The Michelin stickers, however, are actually stickers, so those come off. But these, they don't come off. Let's walk around the car. Those are painted too. That little piece in there is painted. The color on this tow hook is also painted. So you can't peel that off. That's how much detail that's put into this car. That is a sticker, that is a sticker. These are painted. That's painted, that's a sticker. These are painted. This entire line that goes from here up the A-pillar, up the roof to the back, that is all paint. Even the color over here on the trunk is also paint. That's not a sticker. This is all paint. The color that goes across the fuel cap is also paint, so you can't peel this off. I'm trying to show you this. Right there. It doesn't come off. That strip down there is also not a sticker. This 50 is also not a sticker. I have no idea how they did this. Did they paint it? Did they airbrush it? Did they sticker it and clear coat it? Don't know, but super cool. There's a little bit that cuts up over here when, you know, this line goes across, but these are all paint. Looking up on the roof of the car, this 50 is left in exposed carbon. So the rest of the roof is white except the 50. That's left carbon. To the back of the car, this M Power is also left in carbon. They masked around it and left the M Power in carbon. And the way they mask this is seamless. There's no edge bump. You don't feel like it's two pieces. It's basically one piece all together for the exposed carbon part. Pretty insane. Let's check out the inside. Door opens. And look at the door. So for the door, down here, that's matte carbon. It's actually very good quality. You got your window switches, you got your speaker on the door, you got a lock switch over there. So what's unique about this car is that you see these little dots over here. These are LED black backlit that's supposed to imitate the stitching on the older cars. Whereas, you know, you see how these stitching are like actual stitchings. Well, these are I consider them digital stitchings. Like over here, you see them glow in an orange color. You got the black brush aluminum 3.0 CSL logo down there. You got the M bucket seat. So these bucket seats are kind of similar to the M4 CSL, but they are finished in matte carbon, and it says 3.0 CSL over there. Very supportive, very nice. These padding are it's all Alcantara. Headrest is also Alcantara. That thing holds you in snug, and your little crotch area is also covered in matte carbon fiber. The seatbelt, you got the M colored seatbelts. You got a little string to kind of like guide where the seatbelt goes, so it doesn't just fall off back here and you have to fish it out. Let's go inside. So this car is a manual M4 CSL, more or less. You got 3 pedals, mechanical pedals. You got your little storage compartment on the side over here. You got your light switches over here. You got your air conditioning. You got your cluster. A very low mileage car, brand new. Thank you to the owner for letting me film this. You got your M steering wheel. You got your M1 button here, M2 button here for different customized settings. Your cruise controls over here. Your audio, radio, sound control, voice activated system over there. Airbag for safety. More matte carbon bits over here, over here. However, this car does not have heated steering wheel because it has the Alcantara wheel. Now that I'm inside, I'm going to show you a little bit about the center console. Up here on the screen, you kind of have the same thing as the M4. It's also touchscreen, so you can see that. Down here, you have a 6-speed manual in the 50th anniversary logo. Second, third, very comfortable. Start, stop, auto start, stop, exhaust button, M mode. I think there's a drift mode on this, but we'll find out. Actually, we won't find out because I'm not driving this. 3.0 CSL. Over here, you got this little storage area. You got your USB-C plug for your phone. CarPlay is wireless, but you can also use that as for a charger or anything. There's another USB-A port over here. This is wireless charging for your phone. The entire center console over here is finished in matte carbon fiber. That's carbon fiber. Down here, tunnel's carbon fiber. And back here is also carbon fiber down there. This entire thing. With the passenger side, it's basically the same as the driver's side, except on this car, you're missing the door lock buttons on the passenger side. Because chances are you won't be carrying passenger and they don't have to worry about people coming in, but you have to worry about people coming into your seat. Anyway, every 3.0 CSL is numbered. This one in particular is 33 of 50. They only made 50 cars for 50 years of M. And what's cool about this is that each of the 3.0 CSL come with an owner's manual, and the owner's manual comes embossed with the serial number, which is 33 of 50. Very, very, very cool. This is a book that tells you everything you have to know about the car. Let me show you what's cool about this. You got your infotainment. Let's go to car. You have your car on the screen. So when you miss seeing your car when you're driving it, just go here, you'll see your car. And if you go to vehicle statuses, you can do that. You know, you play around with the little 3D car, look at your oil temperature, tire pressure, everything, oil level. Well, the car's off right now, so you can't see it. Control messages, nothing. Service requirements, it's got 57 kilometers. That's a later problem. But yeah, you can see everything about the car right here. It's your own car too when you drive, so you don't have to, you know, feel bad. We can go in the M menu over here, and here you can look at your car and, you know, the whole car, not just a skeleton. But here is where you configure your M1 and M2 buttons by pressing these, and then you have head-up display and all that. But basically this is M2. You can choose, you know, between these settings, the chassis, stiffness and all that, how fast you want your gears to go, how sensitive you want your brake response to be, how stiff or tight you want your steering to be, your dynamic traction control. MDM lets you a little bit of slip. DSC off is, I might have to get new underwear for that. M traction control. So I think on this car, you can choose, okay, well, you got to go DSC off first to do that, but you can choose how much traction you want on this car, so you can maybe, you know, exit a corner faster or something. Start stop, good for fuel consumption. Sound control, that is the valves basically. Interesting name for it. But that's the M2 setting. I haven't touched it. It's still whatever the owner's preferences. We're just going to the settings to look at it. Same with the M1. M2 is the same thing. Head-up display. You can configure like how high you want it to be over there. If you can see it right there. So that's, you know, where your speed is. Make sure you see it. Instrument cluster. That's a whole jar of worms. M drift analyst thing. You can basically, you know, time yourself or score yourself 1 to 5 stars. Best to use it in a controlled environment. Switches in here, very cool. Heat up, heat down, pretty standard. You got your assist over here, and you have your volume button. What I like about this is that when you turn this volume power thing doesn't turn with it. And these are your quick keys. When you slide your finger across them, they'll do that. Same with the other BMWs. Fast forward, next track, previous track. Up here we got the ambient lighting. We got, you know, these lights. We got the SOS button. Don't press that. And the visor. The visor comes with a mirror. So I slid the seat forward so we can see the back. The back, that badge over there says 3.0 CSL. And this entire rear section is basically the same as the M4 CSL, where you have a compartment over here where you unlatch this, and those are technically for helmet storage, those two parts. I've been in the back when the car was parked, and these two little holes fits my butt very perfectly. Very comfortable, and with a good amount of legroom back here too. It's about 6 inches. You have maybe 24 inches back here, but the seat's all the way up. And these bucket seats are fixed, so there's power that connects the light over here, but this seat does not go up or down. You have to manually adjust it over here. It only slides forward and back with that lever over there. You have no carpet for weight reduction, but you do have an option to put in your favorite carpet if you want. Now the best part, let's check out the engine. So this car here is powered by BMW's S58 engine. The same one you can find in the M4 CSL, but a little bit beefed up. Let's look at it. Very cool, very clean. Definitely tunable, but for this car, I don't think you should. And the hood, well, you saw the hood from up top with all these special lines and grooves, custom made for this car, this model. Down here, you get to see their carbon fiber weave. Let it focused. How this integrates itself into this section of the trunk. And that M badge over there. Very pretty. The craftsmanship on this is quite something. Remember this piece, the carbon piece? Well, that's actually on the car, that's on the fender. It's a part of the fender. I'm not sure if the bolting section are the same, but this fender is definitely bespoke to this car. Let me show you the trunk. The trunk, you can open from the back. Open it. A lot of space in there, but if you look at the backing over here, where it connects to the back seat, it's metal for lightweight because, well, there are no back seats. And this box here, well, I don't know what's inside. I'm not going to look at it. It's stamped BMW M 50th anniversary with the car's model and the number. That's quite something. Don't know if there's anything underneath here, but it's actually a very usable trunk. But if you look at the trunk itself, where you got the safety triangle that's required in Europe by law, the trunk is carbon fiber. Same with the M4 CSL trunk. I feel like this carbon is a lot cooler than the M4 CSL. So what do you think? M4 CSL owners? The backup light is integrated into the bumper. And this plate section only fits the European plate because the American plates would be a bit too long, so it would kind of touch this curved section. Not sure how they're going to do that because bending plates are technically illegal. Using these handles inside, we close the trunk.